What about now? Can you hear me now? Maybe? Yes? Yes to being able to hear me? Okay, that I never can get the mic working. It's because it was on a different track for recording video. There we go. Rough start. Alrighty, how's everybody doing now that you can actually hear me? How's the volume compared to the music for my voice? Hope the game's coming along well. Yeah, slowly but surely. It's coming. It says yes, quiet, and then some people say good, so I'm going to assume it's good. I haven't live streamed in a while, so I don't think I've live streamed since like the spring. I don't know, I just never felt like doing it during the summer. I think the last time I live streamed was last spring sometime. Anyways, so time to update the player model. Yeah, I'll do that eventually. Although it won't change, the style won't change much because I still like the style of the player. I think it's unique, but I do need to update the topography a bit to make the model stretch better with the bones and stuff like that. That's on my list. Speaking of my list, let's look at the Trello board here. Let's change it to my screen here. Hey, now I'm down here. What's up? Yeah, here's my Trello board, and we just had a playtest last weekend. If you weren't a part of that, make sure to join the Discord server. How do I add? Let's add a Discord server link, actually. Here, let me pin the Discord invite link. 1 second. The Discord invite's in the description, and I'm about to put it in the chat. And pin it in the chat. There you go. So if you want to actually test out the game, make sure to join the Discord and give yourself the playtester role. And then you'll be notified when we do a playtest. Just like last weekend we did a playtest. And we tested out the current state of the game, which was up to here. And then now I'm going to work on the next thing, which is the shotgun item type. How much do I like my game so far? On a scale of 1 to 10. I don't know. Probably still like a 5, to be honest, because it's still not very unique. It's just a shooter game, just like any other game. So I'm hoping to make it unique, hopefully, soon. Now that I have the basic systems almost all in place. By the way, this Trello board's public. The link for it is on my Discord server. But I'm hoping to add some kind of unique game modes that will make it more interesting. Yeah. He mirrored his webcam. Which one is true? Are you sure my webcam's mirrored? Oh yeah. The webcam is mirrored right now. It's not mirrored in the other scene. I thought it looked better if I was looking at the content in this scene, and then the other scene is the true view of my webcam. Make sure the shotgun is double-barreled or else, I don't think you're gonna like me then, because I think the one that I picked out is not double-barreled. I'm sure there'll be a double-barreled one though, but the first one. Red light, green light, oh, you saw that. I was thinking more like the popular Netflix show, Red Light, Green Light. Or Crab Game, Red Light, Green Light, if you all know what Crab Game is. Anyways, so yeah, this is my Trello board, and the next item is the shotgun item type, and the first part of that is actually modeling a shotgun, because I don't have a shotgun model that I've made. Actually, that's not true. I do have a shotgun model from way back, but it's like a hunting kind of shotgun. I want to make like a more tactical looking shotgun. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to just work on a shotgun model and texture it, and yeah. In terms of actually coding it and implementing it into the game, why is create UMP item object here? That should not be there. In terms of actually putting in the game, we're not going to do that today. I'm going to do that on my own. Do I use a drawing tablet to model? No. You're going to see how I model It's just you use Blender, which we're gonna switch over to right now. Ooh, and we can see the image that the reference image I brought in here. Spaz 12 maybe. I don't know what shotgun this is. I just googled a shotgun and found one that I thought looked good. I don't know much about guns. Definitely not an expert on guns, that's for sure. Okay. Am I gonna release the game on Steam? Probably, but the question is when the game is ready, which who knows when that'll be, or if it'll ever be ready. I'm mostly just working on it for fun right now. The shotgun, that's what matters. Exactly. Doesn't really matter how it looks. I just kind of want to make something that looks like a shotgun. So I'm gonna use this image as a reference. I don't know what type of shotgun this is, if anybody knows. We're gonna start with the default cube, like everybody does. Okay. Good old default cube. That's not a spaz. Yeah, I don't know what a spaz is. You can see it at the shell ejection part. See, oh, you guys are looking at my hierarchy over here, huh? So these are the weapons from my old multiplayer game. You know what, actually, before we even get started on this, let's add a new collection for the shotgun. Who was that? Hot Turnips is looking at my hierarchy here. Yeah, let's turn off the shotgun, turn off the reference. Yeah, these are the weapons. This M4 I actually modeled way back for my first multiplayer game, and I'm using it in this one right now. I'm sure I'll modify it. There's also a UMP in here that will probably make it in the game eventually. There's the AWP sniper rifle. Yep. And then there's the C4, which is from the like bank robbery type game mode that was on my it's not even textured, but there's the model. It's just a little C4 cube. That was from one of the game modes in my old multiplayer game. Yeah, those are all the things that are in this project. I like to keep them all in the same project so I can keep the scale the same. The M4 looks good, thanks. Will you release this game on Google Play Store? No, it's not going to be for mobile. It already has performance issues on the computer, so I have to focus on making it run good on computer first. Zippy looking as cute as ever. Thank you, Play. So true, says Tornado. Hey, my mods are here. What guns are these for? I'm FPS multiplayer game. Hey, Chris. Are you new here? I'm working on a multiplayer game, yes, that has shooting in it. So yeah, it's a first-person shooter basically right now, and it's multiplayer. Make sure to check out the other videos on my channel if you're interested. Where your video where a C4 appeared. You can see where the C4 is used in my most popular video, the 5 years of Unity, showcases my old multiplayer game. So go check that out if you're interested. Hey, Red Game. Okay, what were we doing here? We started with our default cube here. Bring up the camera here, and let's just start boxing out. I haven't modeled in a long time, since the spring. I think that's part of why I haven't live streamed, is because I haven't been doing anything that requires modeling, actually. Just bring it to there, because that looks like cylinder is going to be for this area. Anyways, I haven't live streamed mainly because I haven't been doing things that I think are kind of live streamable. Like modeling or level design. It's mostly been programming and stuff, which is a little bit less streamable because a lot of people just don't know what I'm working on and just get lost, and I don't think it's as interesting. And also, I can't really pay attention to chat because I'm too busy thinking. Yeah, and so we're going for a low poly style because that's what I do my game in. It's a low poly, and if you're unfamiliar with that style, basically it's not going to look 100% realistic. It's going to look kind of sharp edged and blocky, and the shading is flat. So you see, I'm not going to follow the shape of everything perfectly. And I also don't 100% want to copy exactly what the shotgun looks like. I might add a little bit of differences to make it look a little bit more unique. We're gonna just, I'm actually gonna leave that for now. I'll come back to that. Let me work on the stock here first. Play's working on his essay. Would you ever make a TikTok to promote the game? Wow, that's a interesting comment. You should look up my username on TikTok. I've actually made 2 TikToks. Haven't really talked about it much. Probably not going to make any more though until I'm trying to advertise the game, because most of the comments on it are, where can I play the game? And they don't really understand that it's not finished and I'm developing the game. So I probably won't make any more TikToks until it's in a more finished state. Unless if TikTok's algorithm somehow figures out that it needs to target game developers and not gamers, but it didn't seem to figure that out, so it was more just me trying to answer comments of why they can't play the game. Okay. Oh, I gotta keep up with the chat. YouTube recommended me today your 5 years of uni videos. Yeah, did you watch it? How was it? It's definitely my best video, and it's amazing that it took almost a year before YouTube actually picked it up, and I guess it kind of went viral in a way. It has over 1 million views, so that's really good. Never expected that to happen. What button do you use to split? Control R. Control R, like that. Control R. I don't even know the hotkeys. If you ask me, I just know how to do them with my fingers. Contrasting how 2 poems use similar, different narrative elements. Oh, I hated poetry in English. That was annoying. When you select vertices, you can move them with G. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. I just never use it. You can lock it to an axis. I don't know, I just find grabbing these is easier. There's lots of ways to do stuff in Blender. I hate this model. Well, that's hurtful. Sorry that you hate it. Didn't have much to say on the topic. Yeah, I didn't like poetry. You could funnel the TikTok commenters to your Discord, maybe. I think I might have advertised my Discord there. It was amazing. Nice. Cheers, Chris. How long does it take for one model? Well, if I wasn't chatting, I could go pretty quick in a 3D model. You should see how fast I model in like game jams. It's pretty quick. But when I'm live streaming, I'm trying to pay attention to chat, so I kind of model a little bit and then look over at chat. Model a little bit, look over at chat. So it goes pretty slow. And that's why I can't do stuff like programming, because I'd get nothing done, or I wouldn't look at chat. Okay, so I line that up with the start of the butt here, and then I'm going to extrude from there, because I'm going to come back to this later, but I'm going to want to make this come out a little bit towards us. Okay, let's go back to, looks a little bit too rigid. Let's just go off of the actual model here a little bit. Maybe it's this one I need to move up. Yeah, it's that one I need to move up. This one over here. Here, I'll use G. There we go. This one over here a little bit. I could do that all day, so I'm just going to leave it. And let's look at this. I'm actually going to give a loop cut here. Whoop. Fix this. And so I can move this one this way some more. Okay, it looks a little bit more natural. I might put another loop cut right there. He's being sarcastic. Yeah, I was being sarcastic back at him. I started using Blender this year. I don't know much about the keybinds. Yeah, you learn them over time. There's like a huge cheat sheet online of all the Blender shortcuts. There's so many. The Mossberg. Not sure what a Mossberg is. Oh, is it a shotgun? The shotgun type? 8B0000. Zippy's been actually helping a little bit with networking movement. Yeah, I've been helping Tornado. Trying to get that client-side prediction working for him. How old am I? I am 20. I had to think about that. I'm 20. Birthday's in February, so 20 and a half. No, I'm past 20 and a half now. Yep, 20. I'm in third year university. Time flies. Felt like I just left high school. This might look a little weird, but we're just gonna roll with it for now. Whoa, that's not my rotate on the X. Scale on the Y. We're gonna want to move this guy this way. This guy this way. Actually gonna want, I'm looking at the topography here. We're actually gonna want a line there for texturing, so we're gonna want another loop cut to actually align this too. Looks similar to the Mossberg branded shotgun. Mossberg is a company. Ah, so yeah, it is the shotgun. Cool. I just found a random image on Google. You're 15. Nice to meet you. Hey, how's it going? Any shotgun is automatically a spaz. You guys know stuff about guns. I don't, so. You're excited to play this game. Well, Logan, you should join the Discord server then. It's linked up above. And give yourself the playtester role. And then next time we playtest, which will probably be in a few months because we just had one last weekend. And I'm only playtesting once I've added a bunch of features. So yeah, make sure to join the Discord server and get that role so that you're pinged next time we do a playtest. A rocket launcher. Yeah, I think a rocket launcher would be cool. One weapon type at a time, though. This shotgun weapon type is going to be a new in terms of game code because I haven't added a shotgun type before. It's slightly different logic to get a shotgun working. Faces. Basically just gotta get the bullet spray working, right? Want this, and this. There we go. Back to this view. Let's fix up the shape here. It looks way too... Does it though? Yeah, it looks way too I don't know, I might just deal with this later. It's too sharp here, I think, but I might leave it. Looks low poly enough. I might come back to it though too. It's definitely way too thick. It's way too thick. Way too thick. So we gotta skinny it up a bit. There we go. X. I'll come back to the shape on this axis in a bit. We're gonna finish the front first here with a cylinder. I think is what we're gonna need here. We're gonna need 2 cylinders to start, and then we'll work on this piece in the middle, this piece here, and the handle part. Just like play. Plasma gun. Adding spears or arrows, a bow. Lots of ideas, not enough time to implement it. Playtests are so much fun, says Tornado. Indeed they are. When hit registration works, which is now working pretty good. Can you toggle the thing that shows you the buttons that are pressing? Do you know how to turn that on? And I'll turn it on. Preferences. Well, Google how to turn it on for me. Or I'll look it up right now. Blender. Show keystrokes. Press N. It's lying to me. It says press N. Select the screencast keys tab. I don't see a screencast keys tab when I press N. This is Blender 2.8. Maybe it's different. Go to Blender viewport and press N on your keyboard to open the right side panel. Select the screencast keys tab. I don't see a screencast. Am I blind? Control R. Oh, that's a loop cut. Show screen tab option. I don't have, I just Googled it. I don't have the extra options here. There's more options here for other people. Maybe I don't have them for some reason. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm in edit mode, maybe? Tools. No, I don't see the option. I'm gonna give up. All right. Okay, back to the shotgun. I got distracted. Let's add a cylinder with how many sides? 8 sides, I think. I want it fairly high poly, but still low poly. Rotate on the X. 90. Scale it down. Scale it down. Scale it down. Let's move it over here. Actually, we can get it better. That looks about right. Coolidge. Interesting how it like slightly bends up. Guess I'll do that too. Actually gonna duplicate it first. Then we will move these up a little bit. Okay. I'll come back to the end there. So this actually looks like it needs to be moved up a little bit. About there. Coolidge. You need to install a screencast keys add-on. Ah, there we go. File, edit, preferences, add-ons, screen, all, cast, testing. It's not showing up. No luck. You need to install them. It must be some special add-on because it's not even in the add-ons menu. Make a gun where you change the model of the gun by crafting them in a change mode. There's going to be like a gun customization, probably like you can change your sight and stuff like that, probably. You need to download some zip file first. Okay, so we're not going to do that right now. How's it looking in 3D mode? Pretty blocky. That's okay, it all starts out looking like this. Got the basic shape down though. So now I think we could start. I'm gonna put the piece that goes here and the pump part, and then we can start kind of sculpting it to look less blocky. That's when it really starts looking good. Bring this back. So we need a, do I make it a separate piece? Yeah, I think I'll make it a separate piece. E. Down to Z. I'm jumping all over the place, I'm sorry. That, back to here. I wonder how far it goes under the pump. Does it go all the way to here? Under the pump part? Shotgun experts? Does it go all the way to here? I'm guessing so. I'm not really sure. By the way, will you bevel the edges? Oh yeah. It's gonna look good once it's done. Don't you worry. I'm just going slow and it starts off really blocky. Extrude. This, no. Scale. No, extrude. Scale. There we go. Coolidge. While we're here, let's just give the barrel a... Let me see, one sec. Let me see how I do it on the M4. I go all... Yeah, I just go back a little bit. Okay. Not the M4. Scale it down a little bit more. Extrude inward like that much. That's good enough. Nobody's going to be looking down the barrel. How many... I'm interested. How many... the M4 had a lot more sides. We'll see. I might need to add more sides to the shotgun. It looks okay. 8 looks okay, I think. I can always come back to it later. Okay, we got the pump as the last major block, and then we can start smoothing it out. So let's add the pump part. Control R on handle on horizontal line, and then Control S to make handle round. Yep. That's what the pump rides on, I assume. You're going to say yes, it goes all the way to there? Okay. So I wonder when the pump pumps, because I'm going to have to animate this. Is this as far forward as it goes, or does it go all the way to here? It must only go to here. And then you pull back to release the shell, and then you push it out again, I'm guessing. I'm going to have to look at some videos to get the animation right. Anyways, add a cube. Scale it down. Okay. Okay, and scale it on the, not the X, scale it on the Y. Just do one side, fix the other side. This. I'm actually going to bring this guy slightly in so that the pump covers it. The pump handle, I don't know what it's called. Okay, so this is going to look real blocky, so let's give it some subdivisions. See, and then now let's start. Oh, what the heck? It's not centered. It's not centered. So now I'm going to actually mirror this bad boy, I think. So that would require me putting a line down this object, a line down the pump. Using the mirror modifier makes it much easier because it just does everything to the other side. But first I have to make sure everything has a line right down the middle of it. Okay, and this thing is the last thing. Is this line right at 0, 0? Yes it is. 1 at 0, 0? Yes it is. Yep. And yep. And yep. So now we're good. Now I can do 1. Or off the reference for now. I can do 1, delete 1 whole half. Delete vertices. Now I can go into the modifiers and the mirror modifier. Ta-da! Now anything I make to one side happens to the other. Makes it much easier to work with. Wow, you could call it a pump gun. The shotgun doesn't need to be realistic. Yeah, it doesn't need to be realistic, although you still kind of want it to be a little bit realistic. You want the animation to look good. The best way to make it look good is to make it look like it is in real life. Enable auto mirror add-on. There's a fancy mirror add-on that does stuff automatically. Cool. Okay, now we can start rounding stuff. Starting off with the pump. I wonder if the top must round into a bit. Yeah. What does it look like? That reference. It looks like the pump. I'm gonna have to look at some more images about the pump, but looks like the pump. It's round on the top as well. A little bit. Maybe not. Looks kind of weird. I'll have to come back and look at more references. Maybe it's more wide. A good idea is to open some references on the side. Shotgun. Yeah, here. You can see it here. Good enough for now. It actually looks like I have it too low down, it looks like. Even though in the image it looks that low. Just bring it up. I'll come back to it. Okay. Let's start rounding out the rest of it here. It's kind of weird that the mirror modifier is on the opposite side here. Do this and oh boy. I don't know the shortcuts for changing all the cameras anymore. Make a scope for a shotgun? That'd be pretty funny. We start by just grabbing all of these and moving them down. It gives it that slight rounded effect on the top. And we can do the same thing with the bottom. We have to come back to the what is this? The guard part? Because it's different. We're gonna have to bring it in a bit. Also gonna want to make it a little bit more depth. There's 3 here. Z. Ooh, that's not gonna work. So now I can bring it in places to give it more rounded feeling. And turn off the reference here. And should I go to no, this one? No, that's complete rendered. I think this is the best view to be in. Yeah. Okay, the chat's going like crazy. I'm not paying attention. Is making mobile games easy? Legend, please only say it once. Is making mobile games easier than PC game? I wouldn't say so. The controls of a mobile game is definitely a hard part to figure out. I wouldn't say either or is easier though. But yeah, please stop spamming that. Are you using a dedicated C# server for multiplayer? Yes, it's a dedicated server-based networking solution. It's Tom's Riptide. The link's down in the description, I think, for his tutorial series on his first networking solution, so you can check that out. Yeah, definitely it's a more advanced networking solution. It also lets you be able to do a lot of more custom things, which is cool. Okay, let's grab all these faces. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this one. And we want to extrude this out because it's got that slight extrusion on the back of the stalk. So we're going to extrude and we're going to scale on the Y and Z. Doesn't look like it was extruding this one fairly, so let's move it out manually. Now we've got a little bit of depth there on the stalk. That adds a lot. We can even add some more depth, more 3D depth by pulling these back, and now that rounds that back. That adds even more. Village. Let's bring this guy up. Yeah, so now it's really into the phase of just moving around vertices until it kind of resembles the right shape that you're looking for. Some people call it like the picking or poking phase here, where I'm just picking at vertices to get the shape that I want. And you can do this forever. You kind of just got to stop at some point and be satisfied with it. I think that's looking pretty good for the stock. I'm just going to give one loop cut here, just because those are pretty long single faces. Pick away at this a little bit. We're going to have to do the I don't know what it's called, the little keyhole here where the shotgun shell comes out, but I'm thinking it's only on the right side, maybe, or the left side. I'll probably put it on the left side because that'll be the side that's facing the camera, even if it's not realistic. But we'll do that once we're done with the mirror modifier. We're 17. People are talking about their ages. How old am I? I think I answered this not too long ago, but I am 20. Well, I watched Tom Whalen 2. Yep, I did. You didn't understand a thing. I didn't understand a thing either at first. I still don't 100% understand the low-level networking code, but I'm pretty proficient at using the solution now. Networking is definitely an advanced topic. I thought you were older because of your knowledge. Yeah, I'm pretty knowledgeable for my age, though, I thought. All right, I guess that's what you're saying. You think I'm older because of my knowledge. You're 48. Nice. Don't have any proper knowledge. You gain knowledge over time. Our music needs restarted. That means we've been streaming for 45 minutes. Nice. We got a pretty, like, when you look at this now, this is a good sign. When you look at this right now, and you know it's a shotgun, right? Just looking at it right now. That is a good sign that your model's going in the right direction. If you show a model to somebody and they don't know what it is right away, then it's maybe not ready to be finished yet. I'm reading the stuff you said to you guys are talking to each other in the chat. I see. Join the Discord server. You can talk to each other like crazy in there if you want. I need more what's the word? More traffic in the Discord server so we can get partnered. Fortunately, I'm less active in there lately, so that's probably the reason why. But feel free to join the Discord server. I use the general chat to talk with other peoples. It's a cool shotgun. Thank you. Why going for the realistic low poly though? Yeah, it's a little bit higher low poly. You're right. I think it. If you look at like another low poly game, like let's use Unturned as an example. I'm not sure. Most people know what Unturned is. Their weapon models are like really low poly, where mine are higher low poly. So this, if you smooth shaded this, you could use this as a realistic model, right? But I leave it as flat shaded to make it look low poly. Okay, let's look on this. What do you call this? The trigger guard? Yeah, that's what it's called. I know my gun stuff. No, I don't. Let's work on the trigger guard. Oh, the inside of it is not filled in. Ooh. I'll fix that once we're done with the mirror modifier. Also, this here, I think I need to knife this bad boy like that. Yeah. Okay, let's move these vertices inward. Oops. Inward. Okay. This is probably too far inward too quickly. Give it a little bit of a rounded edge there. Move this up a little bit more rounded. There we go. Just going in too quick, I think. This here is probably too sharp. Probably should bring it back like that or something. Bring up our reference here. Yeah, it's looking a lot closer. Bring this guy down. Cool. Okay. Coolidge. Looks amazing. Thanks. Your model is going the right direction if it looks like the thing you're trying to make. Yep. Somebody's quoting me. I have a question. How do you organize your time? When and where in school and learn Unity plus Blender? It's a good question. Yeah, I'm pretty busy. I work on university stuff full time, and so it is hard to find time for game dev, which is part of the reason why I only have a playtest every few months and now YouTube video every few months, is because I don't have all the time in the world, unfortunately. How do I manage it? I don't know. I just I make sure I only work on game dev when I feel like it. Usually in the evenings or on the weekend, like right now. And I work on it in little bits at a time. And if I don't feel like working on it, I don't work on it. I do something else. Watch a YouTube video, play video games, hang out with friends. Yeah. It's probably going to get even less time for game dev next year because I'm going back to school in person. So. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, the mirror modifier messed up. I see. I was like, what the heck? I'll fix that once we... Actually, let's just do it right now. Make it half. Right here as well. In case we ever want a mirror modifier, I get it again. There we go. Okay. Let's pull these back. I'm getting pretty nitpicky now, actually. I need to pull these back, round up front here. Now the pump looks a little bit, oop. This needs pulled back as well. Now the pump looks a little bit more rounded on the front. Same thing with the back of the pump. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy here. I'm moving around like crazy. Move the pump back here, here, here. Actually gonna put another loop cut right here just to get the roundedness here a little bit better. Probably gonna add some grip bumps here, because in the reference image there's like grip bumps, so I'll figure out a way to add those. What else are we missing here? We're missing this part here, which we'll work on next. We're missing the trigger. So I think we're good to turn off the mirror. We're missing the little iron sight here. We're good to turn off the mirror modifier now, or apply it. So let's apply the mirror modifier. Oh, we're going to be in object mode, apply, turn off the reference. What are we looking like now? Looking pretty good. I'm going to add don't think I'm a fan of the pointy top. So I'm gonna do some changes up here. Oop. Actually undo the bring back the mirror modifier now that I look at it. Here we go. Bring this guy, needs to come in. And we need another loop cut here. We need to bring it up so that it's flat, I think. Or flat, there we go. I think that's better. Bring these in a little bit more rounded. A bit more down maybe. How did that turn out at the back? Looks okay. Apply that mirror modifier again and look at it again. Yeah, the flat top looks a lot better, I think. We'll see, this might need to be... See, I'm getting picky here. Getting picky with the look. That's not in the mirror modifier, so then do that. Let's just leave it. Let's work on this keyhole here, and I'm going to do it on the left side, even though I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be on the right side. Is Legendary, or Legend Furry still doing stuff? I answered your question, Legend, and you not hear me? You're gonna leave soon? See you later if you're gonna leave. Okay, let's work on this key, then the trigger, and then we're gonna give it some, then the iron sight, and then we're gonna give it some texture, and then I think we'll call it good for the at least the first iteration of it. Yeah, so let's work on this keyhole here. Bring that reference back. 3, how do I flip it? So I don't want to see it from this side. Is it this one that flips it? Yes, it is. So if we're looking at the keyhole here, I need some more lines here to work with, like right here. These ones are pretty much perfect, so I'm going to use them. I'm going to move this down. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird. Okay, and now we are going to... What are we going to do here? So it's got the... I see what it's doing. It's got the barrel coming through here. So let's move the barrel back more, I guess. And we can use it. You have to cut into the barrel. Ooh, that's pretty far. Delete faces. Want to delete the faces? think I do. I think I want a knife here first. Looking pretty good so far, honestly. Cool. Glad you like it. It always starts out looking pretty terrible, and then as you work away at it, it slowly gets better. What happened? What? Oh, they're over here. I was like, where did my stuff go? Okay, this is looking a little bit weird though. What am I trying to do here with this? Bring up the reference. Why does it look weird? I think it has to do with how low this is. I think we want it higher, even if it's not matching the image exactly. Maybe there. And we want this to go in more. Now you can see in at the barrel, but I want some images here. I'm feeling that this part's too thick. Need to take a break. See you later, play. See you later, boss creeper. He's probably already gone. Low poly, but still feels kind of realistic. Yeah. So it's basically just as high poly as a high poly model, but flat shaded, so it looks low poly. Yeah. Okay, let's figure out what this looks like. I need to bring up some more reference images here. If you look at this image, where's this image going? Brought up a gun store. I don't want to see a gun store. Look at this image and we zoom in. Oop. Yeah, it's like perfectly lined up with, oh, I see, it's something, it's like a barrel inside of the barrel. Ah. Interesting. I don't know how guns work. Here's another good image. No, it keeps opening gun stores. Yeah, image and new tab. There we go. This one's not very high resolution. This one has like tactical stuff. What are those called? Attachment things? Okay. So, in other words, let's let's move this back to there. Let's grab this one and make a new cylinder because what the heck just happened? Extrude on the Z? No, Y. Yes. Make a new cylinder for it. We can position how we want it, even if it's not totally realistic. Not too much. With the flat surface facing out. This part here is way too far out. Oop. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Gotta bring this stuff down like that. Maybe even this stuff down here in as well and up. There we go. A little bit less. There we go. Now we got like the part where the shell flies out, I think is what it is. Well, it's looking pretty, yeah, it needs to be less wide, I think. Let's grab it here. Grab it from the front, all this topography here. Oop, missed one. And move it back. There we go. You know what we need here? We need the knife tool across here. Oop. To fix the topography along here. Yeah, just like that. That looks much better now, yeah. Okay, that is the, I don't know what you call that, shell ejection part. Done. Ooh, you know what? Let's fix this. Shell ejection part's done. This part's kind of nasty. Base, try. Base. Yeah. Now let's work on the trigger that goes in the trigger guard. Are you doing some tutorials on the channel? I did fire-based tutorials on the channel, but I'm probably not going to do any more tutorials because they are a pain to maintain, especially when people like Google change how Firebase works. That rhymed. Pain to maintain. They are though, and then there's lots of people that ask questions, and like I'm happy to help, but it's a lot of work to answer questions all the time. Okay, there's the inside of the guard fixed up. Now we got to make the trigger part. Add a cube. Are you gonna make it more realistic or low poly? Low poly. It's low poly. Once it has the texture, you'll see it's low poly. Zero and out. Rotate on the X. Bring up that reference again. And rotate on the X. Just give it some like this. There we go, trigger, that's easy. Reference. The whole guard actually honestly might still be too wide. I find the guards are always hard to make look right. Yeah, anyways, a lot of these things can probably be merged into one face. I'll go through that later though. I'll fix all the topography. Actually, it can't be merged into one face, it can be merged into maybe, sorry, two faces. Face, 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 face. Now if I go into vertice mode, yeah, see, it doesn't get rid of the vertices. I'll have to go through it all. Okay. That is looking pretty good. Let's add a slight iron sight to the front here. Three. Add cube. Whoa, cameras everywhere. Add the cube. And wonder what it looked like in the reference here. It's literally just like a little nub. Let's bring up our little reference. I lost my reference. Yeah, it's just like a little nub. That's good for now. I might add like a tactical rail up here, but for now, I'll just leave it like this. I'm gonna have to add some sort of sight though for ADSing in the game, so I'll come back to that though. Hello Zippy, how are you? I'm good. Modeling a shotgun for the new weapon, which is a shotgun. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't live streamed since like last spring. Okay, I think we have pretty much the whole, turn off the reference, the whole model pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Like I might add some grip along here, but I think I'll do that later. It's getting real finicky. We're gonna move on to texturing it, which for now I'm just gonna use the same color palette as the mind blank, as the M4. UV smart UV project. Okay, there's all the UVs unwrapped. We can just put it under one of these colors, and then I need to go to the material. We're just gonna call this the shotgun. I don't know. Shotgun. What kind of shotgun does this look like? Forget. Hello, 1,000 subscribers with no vids. Nice. Okay, we gotta go to this, and then we gotta open it in the shader editor. And I need to add, how do I add? Add, input. No, add texture. Yes, image texture. The color. And we want the M4 texture. For now, I'll make a new texture someday, but I think most of the colors that we need for now can be found in the M4 texture. Okay, so the way I'm texturing my models is basically bring this back open, every section is going to have a different square in this texture, so then I can just swap out the textures for basically skins. It might change in the future, but basically skins, right? So I can swap out what the gun of what color the guns are. And I think I explained that in can't remember which which video. I think it was like the maybe the third dev vlog video or update video. It was a while ago. So like these, I can then have its own. It's gonna look pretty weird at first because I'm literally just sectioning everything, giving them all their own square. Everything that I think might be a different color, right? Like the stock here, I might want it to have a different color. So the end of the stock here, I might want to have it a different color. So I'm gonna, oop, not what I wanted. I hate it when I'm gonna have to select all these on my own. So I section it off. Basically, every section gets their own square on the color palette, and then I can just swap out the texture. I don't want to change the color of everything. Yeah. Like the trigger is probably going to want its own color. G, I think we're out of that one. Yep. So I've got a separate one for the top barrel, separate for the bottom barrel. Probably want this to be in its own. And we probably want this here to be in its own. Well, all that can go in its own square. Ooh, some of it is in. Ooh, I must have something up here selected. Yes, I do. That one. Don't want that one. I do want this one and this one though. Right? Yep. I want all this in its own. Okay. Okay, and now I probably want, where was it in the reference image? It cuts off right here. Everything behind, everything, ooh, interesting. So I'm actually gonna add a little bit more topography here. Looks like everything below here. Oopsie, not gonna be good. 3. Looks like everything below here is a different color. So now we have this topography set up in a way that everything above here, we could texture differently, right? Like all this, right? Yes. Cool. And then everything down here around the trigger guard can be a different color, and then everything all back here can be a different color. So that'll be good. I finish grabbing all this stuff here around. We don't want everything around. Actually, everything inside of here, I'm gonna also put to a different section in case we want it to be a different color. Want everything on the front here. Everything on the top. Off that reference. Right, so we can see through. Do I have everything here? I do. So everything I have selected right now can be a different color. Yes, I have everything, right? Yes, so this is going to have its own. Are we onto this one? Yes, we are. I keep guessing, so this is the next one. So I want everything inside of here now. It's going to have its own color. Need the back of these two. This, nope, this. That's a weird shape. Is that what I want? Yeah, it is. I want this too, though. Yeah. And this right here. Oop, this one. That face right there. There we go. Okay, so now this one. I'm noticing some weird stretching here, so I'm gonna have to try and fix it here. Like this one should come in more, I think. This guy as well should come in more. Less stretched. There we go. Now that's its own color. And now we want everything left. It's left, actually. Like, what's left? Let's put everything left in white. Okay, so everything left is that section there. So we want, I think everything. What's the grid on the right? You mean the left? This grid? That is the color palette. So each section of the gun that I want a different color is... I missed a cube here. Crap. This is supposed to go in this one, right? It's yeah, left. It's a color palette, right? So you can see here these are all the faces that are white right now on the model, right? And I can move them around to change the color. This way, if I want to change the skin of the gun or the color of the gun, I can just swap out this texture in the game engine, and it'll just magically change color. It's also a lot more performant on the GPU to color things using a texture like this. I'm almost done here. I'm just working on. I want all the trigger stuff in its own. Whoa. Stuff. I want all the trigger guard to be in its own cube, and then I think we're good. Oh, I grabbed something up here. No, I don't want that face. Turn this off. Yeah, it is useful. Just a different way of texturing things, because normally, like in Blender, you make a bunch of materials. It's not the best, especially when you bring it into the game engine, and you have to manage all those materials. This way, you only need one material, and you just put the texture on the material. It's called UV mapping. Okay, that's good. Now this one's going to go in this slot, and then I think that's all of them. Yes, it is. We're going to move all the things that are in the white here up to here. Now I can show you an example of how you can just change the color of it. It's obviously going to look weird, and it already looks kind of weird, although it looks pretty good. Like, this is not the final color. I just used the M4 texture here. But if this isn't going to work. If I go to here, go to shader editor, and if I swap the texture here to the sniper texture, you can see all the colors changed, right? Obviously it doesn't look good because it's not the right texture, but all the colors just magically change just like that. What else do I have in here? I only have 2 textures, but I'll be able to do that with in the game to change if you want to have a blue shotgun or a a white shotgun or a silver shotgun or a gold shotgun, for example, like skins. And because it's low poly, I don't think I want like textures like camo and stuff. We'll see, but I do want to be able to change the colors. But that'll be down the road. But I'm kind of planning for it already. But yeah, there we go. There's our shotgun. Looking pretty good in terms of the model. The colors are not final because I'm just using the M4 colors right now. It looks pretty good. All that's left is to do some finishing touches, which I think I'm going to do on my own because it's getting pretty, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. What does it look like with light? Strength. It's pretty good rendered. Oh man, those shadows look weird in Blender. I think this is Eevee that it's rendering in. Settings must not be right. Anyways, let's bring up the other weapon here. See what it looks like beside the M4. It's shiny. Why is it shiny? Which it has to do with what type of color it is. Diffuse, yeah, there we go. Let's change it to a diffuse. Oh, and it erased all the color. Why did I do that? Oh, because I removed my texture. Yeah, that makes sense. Add texture, image texture. Oh, not a new one. Not the op. The M4. There we go. There we go. There it is beside the M4. Maybe it's a little bit too big. I'll have to mess with the scale. I'll have to mess with the scale tiny bit to make sure it looks good compared to the other guns. But there we go. We have a shotgun model. It looks pretty good. Okay, I need to stop touching it like that. I could touch it all day and tweak things, but it looks pretty good, I think, at least. Compared to the M4 and the op, I think it matches the style good. The op here. Op is right here. Yeah. What do you guys think? It looks pretty good. Looks legit. Nice. Looks like a shotgun, right? Probably take me a month to actually get it in the game, but we've got a model. Is it common to go by real life measurements and be super precise? Not in like video game or art. No, it's mostly just guessing. You saw me build that whole thing. I was just using the reference and just guessing what looked good. If you're doing like any type of CAD modeling, then you want to be precise. If you're gonna like 3D print it. Speaking of 3D printing, I'll get to that in a minute. If you want to 3D print it, or if you're like designing something for precise measurements that's actually going to be used in the real world, then yeah, you want to be precise, but not when modeling stuff like this. Anyway, speaking of 3D printing, I actually have a 3D printer now. I printed this little dude. I don't know if you can see him. Let's go back to my main camera here. I printed a little poly dude on 3D printer that I got. Does he look cool? I think he looks pretty cool. Hey, I want to print like a bigger version once I like finalize what the model is going to look like, because this is the current model, which is not 100% done. But he sits here on my desk. I know it's pretty awesome, isn't it? Holy dude. Okay. Put them back up there. I think we are pretty much done for today, though. I'm just going to undo everything I did here, because I know the position of them in the scene was important. Turn off the M4, move this back to the middle. And we're going to have to do some stuff like this guy. I'll do this off camera, but body, not body, heck body. I'm going to have to split it up into, different objects. Like the pump needs to be its own object so I can animate it. Yeah. I'm also going to have to make like a shell, I think, to do the reloading maybe. But I'll work on that in the future. I think this is good for today. I'm going to go work on something else. I'm actually working on the next update video. I have the script written and I need to record the audio for it and then actually edit the video. So we'll see, maybe next weekend there'll be a new update video, maybe not. Don't get your hopes up, but yeah. I think that is it for today. We got 22 people here still, so I'm gonna go back to the main camera here. Today was a pretty good stream. We have over 600 unique views at some point. So that means 600 people have stopped by. That is pretty good. Yeah, but to the 22 of you that are still here, say your goodbyes, because I am going to be leaving you shortly. This doesn't take this long. What doesn't take this long? It was forever. Hey, I'm new to your stream. What game are you making? I'm making a multiplayer game. You can look at my YouTube channel to see my other videos on it. Epic sound. You type really fast. Yeah, I can code as well. Oh, it was a bot that was saying that stuff that fast. Well, don't turn it into a spamming bot because you will get it banned pretty quickly. Did it just relevant to the title of the video? Really? So it was like AI generated? That's kind of cool. Anyways, you're distracting me. I'm trying to end this thing. So yeah, I'm going to say my goodbyes right here. I will see you guys in the next live stream, which I don't know when that's going to be. Might be a while. So see you later, Alex Sound. Yeah. See you guys in the next one. See you later.